So I think a big thank you from myself and obviously all the players. I thought we started the game well, and sometimes in this game you have to get your goal or your goals in when you are having your better period in the game. Probably the disappointment was is that when we came out at second half, we wasn't able to, I think, replicate what we did in the first half. And the difficulty becomes if you haven't scored and you don't have a lead, the game becomes open. And when the game becomes open, it can go either way. So I think we had enough opportunities in the opposition box. But of course, if we don't score them goals, it puts pressure on ourselves. And I thought we were up against a good, very well organised Angola team. But credit to the team and the players that showed great spirit and determination. And I think when I was here a few days ago, it's a win, and that's the most important thing.
Right.
I don't think it's about strengths and weaknesses because there are two categories: you attack and you defend. You defend as a team and you attack as a team. What's the area that our game is all about scoring goals, and even when you are not at your best, when at least you score, it can take the pressure off of the team, and unless you do that, it gives the opposition a lot of encouragement, and it becomes a more difficult game. It becomes a more even game. So I don't think it's a question of the good parts of a game and the bad parts of a game. It's about improving, I think, our general play. And I think going into the next game, I would like us to, our overall game, if I'm looking at our overall game today, I think certainly if our overall game today is better, then certainly we won't give ourselves as many problems as what we did today. No, this is the choices you have as head coach. It's we know the quality that Andre has, but we also know the quality that you'd like to think that the squad have. This is the reason why they're in the squad, and this is the reason why the squad has been announced with some that didn't make the squad. So these are always very difficult decisions for me. So for one player who plays, there's always another player who doesn't. So certainly nothing to read into that. He's has been and still is a very good player. It was just my choice today. I think what some of the things I learned but I already knew. Sometimes in the heat, it's difficult for the game to have 90 minutes of the tempo that you would like. It's almost impossible. So the game will always be up and down, and there will be times in the game where supporters will look at and think, the tempo needs to be higher. But it's difficult, in these conditions. But it's the same for both sides. So it's about making the most of those moments that you have. And I think anybody watching the game, would have, seen in the first half, particularly early in the game, I think we got into some really good positions. But African football is no different to football anywhere. It's about, if you perform well enough, you have a chance of winning. If you score the goals, particularly early in the game, you can take some of the pressure off yourself. And probably, our performance was okay. I think in the end, we deserved it out of the two teams. If you had to pick one team, I thought we were better than Angola. Not so much more, but I thought we were better. But it's no different really anyway. It's about defending, and I thought we defended well and had to. But certainly if we were able to get them goals or that goal earlier, it would have taken some pressure off.
Right. Yeah.
It's a good question, and probably I'll turn it around a little bit. We've had 11 chances, so that's the first positive. If you was telling me that we played 96 minutes and we only had two or three chances, then that's worrying. But the fact that we have had chances, you always know that if you go into any game and you have that volume of chances, the law of averages says, come the next game or the game after that, you're going to put some of them chances away. And that's the only thing that we learned, that we perhaps need to be a little bit more clinical when we have them opportunities. Because if you're not at that time, then the opposition can gain strength from that. And I think we were up against a good Angola team, good technical team, strong, powerful team who defended very well. Yeah, that's a good question. Probably none. It's what I would say is that I've been involved in some, as a player and a coach, some very, very big atmospheres, but it's different here. And I'm talking about before the game, the atmosphere before the game. These type of atmospheres you don't experience too many places. Certainly, don't too many places outside of Africa. You don't experience. And what they want, we know what they want. They want to see free flowing, exciting football, and whenever somebody in the team does something special, the volume raises even more so. Um, as coaches and players, you want to give them that as much as possible. It's not always possible, and sometimes the game is won on a last minute goal, and I think certainly a support like this can take credit for that also. But no, it's a special atmosphere. I must admit. Um, I can tell you is it's outside of my jurisdiction to determine where the game is going to be played. What I do know and what I did know was I've been here before in a different role, the Nigeria game, and I experienced it then. And I think once you experience it, you look forward to seeing that again, and particularly in a winning atmosphere. And it's the same as anything. Once you've had something that you excites you, you want that again. So yes, I probably Henry would know more than me. I don't know if there's any other atmosphere like this in Ghana. I don't know. Henry probably could tell you, but it's an exceptional atmosphere, and no doubt it's good for us as a national team and for the players.
I would say, so the first part of your question, it's obviously a good thing. As a striker, you want to score. So haven't scored in a while. It's good for the confidence. So I know that leading up to the next game, and when I go back to club football, I know that I've got the confidence for on goal. So just have to take that with me. But yeah, just I'm happy with that goal. Needed it, definitely needed it for the confidence, and yeah, I just have to keep going now. I just have to keep building on top of that, and the atmosphere is always good here. Like it's never ever bad. My dad was actually in the crowd, so it's obviously nice. But yeah, the fans are always good. They always bring the vibes. So no, I can't complain. I can't answer for that one, but I'm just obviously prepared no matter what the circumstances are. Whether I start, whether I'm on the bench, still the same thing anyway. Just make sure I'm ready if I'm on the bench, and then if I start, make sure I provide for the team and get some goals. So I mean, doesn't really make a difference. I'm always ready. I wasn't in the team talk for halftime, but I can imagine talking on Chris said. Just keep doing what we're doing because we were playing well. We were playing well in the first half, but we just weren't clinical. So just doing the same thing over and over again and making sure we put away a chance. So I'm happy it fell to me, and obviously went to the last minute, but we played well the whole game. So